Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. Today is June 3rd, 2022, and today is Friday morning. So looking at the highlights of today, the U.S. markets rally ahead of the NFP coming out today. Now looking at the major economic events of the day, at 4:30 South African time out of the United States, of course, we have non-farm payroll numbers that reflect for the month of May. Now looking at the various markets, we are all affected by this. The Forex markets, the major pairs kind of rebound as and the head of this number. Looking at the indices, the Dow Jones and the NASDAQ both up as mentioned. Looking at commodities, gold and oil actually remain steady. Not much activity there. And looking at the stocks, they're trading together with the indices. They're trading in tandem, so everything is regular there. Now looking at cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin unchanged from week to week. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So here we go. We're looking at the Euro USD at a 4-hour chart. You can see pretty much, look at that. We are topping it off at 107. This is all at resistance-ish area. And everything that we're doing right now is just reflecting the entire market. When all the markets are trading together, it becomes very interesting and it becomes real. So that's at the Euro USD. Looking at the GBP USD, also at the top of its range, 175.73. However, here it's a little bit less strong. Okay, it's a little bit weaker. I know I said that backwards, but it looks a little bit weaker than the Euro USD does under the current circumstances. Look at the Aussie dollar did get that rally, as you can see, all the way yesterday from 71 up to 72.50. That's a big rally for the Aussie US dollar, and that's been, since it capitulated down in May 12th, which is only 3 weeks ago. So keep that in mind, as this is getting to a level where it's at resistance-ish area. Now looking at commodities, gold not doing much here at 1866. We rallied back from week to week. Okay, we're almost, we're only about 5-6 points above where we were last week. Looking at crude oil, we're there, 117-ish level. Okay, it is strong at the top of its range, but since it rallied to 120, it's been between these two areas, between 112 and 120, and we're at that upper range already as we're looking into today's session. Looking at the Dow Jones trading at 32,277. Again, we had a high of 32,300-ish level, and we're testing that once again. So keep that in mind as today continues its trading. Looking at the NASDAQ, still pretty strong here. If we look at a daily, still rebounding, okay? Hasn't really hit to the 13,600-ish level, but still rebounding relative to where we were a few months ago. Now looking at Apple, did gain some yesterday, also at the top of that range, previous resistance, previous support, subsequent resistance. That's where we're at right now. So this could be a really definitive place if we don't break above this area. Okay, this was previous support, subsequent resistance. If we break above it, then we could be back in the 166-ish level for sure. But keep that in mind. If we do fall, that means we're going back down. I'm going to take that into consideration. Looking at Facebook, also rallied back after selling off and filling the gap, rallying back to 199, which is a big rebound. Looking at Microsoft, also very strong here at 274. And looking at Amazon, continued its strength to 2,500 from 2,000. So that's a decent move from week to week as the markets have been rallying. Lastly, looking at Bitcoin, let's take a look at this. I mean, it's very spotty trading recently. Don't know why, but it's been very spotty recently. We've had a severe trading range, okay, from the beginning to the mid of June, okay? And then since then, this was the first time this past week where we, passed above 30,000 on a decent level to 32,000. And then we're retracing. So, ultimately, this is just, I guess, the sign of the times. It's just, very sporadic kind of trading, not consistency, not trending for sure. So take that for what it's may, okay? If you do decide to trade Bitcoin, just take very quick ins and outs, buy the bottom of the range, sell the top of the range. That's probably the best bet altogether. And right now we're trading right almost smack in the middle of that. I mean, 29,000 to 32,000. So it's about another 300 points higher than, our midpoint. So keep that into consideration. I mean, it's not going to, make that big of a deal today. I would mostly focus on the Dow Jones, obviously, if the numbers from the NFP come out positive. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish everybody a great trading day. Thank you.